Hey viewers, welcome back. Do you love getting dressed up, even if you have no place to go? Nail polish is something we don't usually give a lot of thought to, but it's a huge business, hobby, and even artistic platform. Have you seen some of the nail art that's out there? It's pretty impressive. Even though nail polish has been around forever, did you know there may be some health risks to wearing it? Can it harm my nails? Should I be wearing it all the time? Can the chemicals absorb into my skin? In today's video, we're going to answer all these questions and more, so make sure you watch until the end. Nail polish can be traced back as far as 3000 BC to China. It is said to have originated from a mixture of gelatin, beeswax, egg whites, and sap from the acacia tree, colored with flower petals or shimmery dust. It's been rumored that in the past, dark red nails were colored with blood. Creepy. And of course, the most fancy nails were reserved only for those of higher social status or royalty. Nowadays, it's normal to treat yourself like royalty with a manicure or pedicure. It can feel great to have a beautiful set of clean and colorful nails, but what's the risk? To know that, we have to talk about the toxic trio. Before we continue with the good stuff, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss any updates from Bestie. The toxic trio. This is a common vernacular when talking about nail polish. Back in 2006, public health advocates started raising red flags when it came to what was in nail polish and how it may be harmful. Eventually, this started a nationwide protest about this dreaded toxic trio. The chemicals in the trio are formaldehyde, which is known as a carcinogenic chemical that is used as a hardening agent, as well as toluene, which helps the color spread evenly across the nail, and DBP, or plasticizer dibutyl phthalate, which helps the polish be more flexible and shiny. Toluene and DBP are said to have been linked to developmental defects, and widespread concern was raised over not just adults using this nail polish, but kids too. Like health outcry, many companies did the right thing and decided to remove these harmful chemicals from their products. However, some did not. It was even found during an investigation in 2012, many companies simply changed the label and continued to use these harmful chemicals unbeknownst to their customers. Now let's break it down into the different types of nail polish and the effects they can have on your body, especially your nails. Classic nail polish. This is your usual run-of-the-mill nail polish. This is the type you paint right onto the nails, straight out of the bottle, and is probably the kind you're most familiar with. It's easy to apply at home and will usually air dry in a matter of minutes. Experts say that this type of nail polish is great if you don't wear it all the time. Like anything, moderation is key. Giving your nails a break in between colors and making sure you moisturize your nails can really help to keep them healthy. Another bonus when it comes to this kind of nail polish is that it can be easily removed. Nail polish remover can be really harsh, so the fact that this polish can be removed quickly means your nails have less contact with this harsh acetone substance that can damage the nail plate, skin, and cuticles. Gel polish. Now we're getting into the fancy stuff. This is the one you'll likely have applied at a beauty salon or done by a professional. Gel nails are painted on and then hardened under UV light. This process is known as photopolymerization, where the liquid actually absorbs the UV light and then becomes solid. One of the disadvantages of this type of nail polish isn't actually the polish itself, it's the UV light. UV light has been proven to cause damage to the cells and promotes aging of the skin, not to mention it ups your risk of skin cancer. While this nail polish is sought after due to its longevity, that's also part of its downfall. Removing this nail polish can be difficult and really hard on your nails. You have to soak them in acetone, which, as we mentioned earlier, is really damaging for your skin, nails, and cuticles. Powder dip polish. This manicure is a bit more of a complicated process. Basically, this type of polish is applied in 3 steps. First, a bonding polish is applied to the nail. This polish is usually made up of similar chemicals found in superglue and some resin. This bonding polish acts as an adhesive for the next step, which is a fine acrylic powder. This is applied either by brushing it onto the nail bed or just dipped into a jar of the powder. The final step is applying a liquid activator, or a chemical solution that leaves you with a hard outer shell. The attractive part of this method is that there's no harsh UV light involved. Unfortunately, this process means the polish is very hard to remove. Often you need to use some kind of file to get rid of this polish completely, which is really hard on your nails and can damage your nail bed and the cuticle. There's also the issue of that jar of powder being really dirty. That jar of powder could possibly be a hotbed for all kinds of bacteria, viruses, and fungus. So we recommend avoiding this process unless you're sure the powder isn't shared with others. Before we continue, speaking of harmful chemicals, here's a video about some houseplants that can help purify the air around you. What about all those chemicals? Nail polish does contain some pretty hard chemicals, and inhaling them isn't recommended. But how harmful can they really be? Well, new research points out that our bodies usually absorb whatever is put onto them or into them, which means our bodies can absorb those chemicals through our nail beds. The main cause for concern is the chemical known as triphenyl phosphate, or TPP. This is usually added to the polish to make it stick to the nail more easily. It was found in a study of 3,000 nail polishes that about 49% contained this chemical ingredient. The researchers also suspected that many of the other companies did in fact include this ingredient but didn't list it on their product. A study was performed on participants who applied nail polish directly onto their nails versus those who put on gloves, fake nails, and then had those nails painted with nail polish. The study revealed that those who painted the nail polish directly onto their nails have increased levels of diphenyl phosphate, or DPHP, which is the chemical the body releases when it's metabolizing TPP, which proves that the body is indeed absorbing this chemical through the nails. Is this cause for concern? Experts say that toxicity is low for humans who have absorbed higher levels of TPP. One study showed that high levels of TPP was linked to lower levels of fertility in men and could possibly increase sexual problems in men. However, as a consumer, the risk is low. But those who work in salons are at a much higher risk of exposure. Because these workplaces expose their employees to these polishes all day long, they're breathing in these particles, like the toxic trio and TPP. The problem is that when one chemical is reported and phased out, another equally harmful chemical is instantly used to replace it. While the Food and Drug Administration covers nail polish, it does not have to approve nail polish before it hits the shelves, but instead will step in only when a nail polish violates their laws. So if you're someone who works at a salon, you may want to do some research into the chemicals you're working with every day. But if you're just someone who enjoys putting on nail polish from time to time, you should be okay. Do you wear nail polish on a regular basis? Do you work at a nail salon? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait! What kind of bestie are we if we don't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video, and enjoy.